Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Mr. Chairman of the committee and all of audience who attend in this beautiful moment. First of all, let us pray gratitude to Allah Almighty who bestows His mercy to us so we can gather at this very good moment. Salawat and salam always given to our great Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has brought us from darkness to the lightness as it is today. On this occasion, let me tell you a little about how cool it is to live in Darul Fikri Islamic Boarding School. Maybe someone is wondering what is so interesting about living in pesantren, away from parents, all queuing up, sometimes the place seems calm, and so on. There are many reasons why people do not want to enter the pesantren. Among others, they may not be away from their families, cannot live together with other people, cannot bear everything that is full of regulation, cannot imagine queuing for various things, and so on. Not everyone has the opportunity and the ability to live in a place that is often said to be a holy prison. Only people who can make sacrifices can get through. At least by sacrificing, making physical and mental sacrifices in facing the challenges of life in the pesantren, etc. Everyone certainly has their own way of life, but let me say that the way of life by seeking knowledge in Islamic boarding school is valuable and beautiful despite the sacrifices that needs to be considered before enrolling in pesantren, such as living far from parents, living not as free as those outside the pesantren, etc. Before I'm going to the reason why it is valuable and beautiful to join in pesantren, I would like to firstly address parents' concern when it comes to letting their kids live in pesantren in a long period of time without their presence. For mothers who are sad to let their children go to the boarding, remember that in the past, Imam Shafi'i's mother felt the same way, and she was passionate for divine knowledge that her son would demand. On the night before Imam Shafi'i left to study, the mother prayed in silence. "O Allah, the Rabb who controls all the world, my son will leave me for a long journey to seek your pleasure. I'm willing to let him go to study the legacy of your apostle. So I ask you, O Allah, make things easy, protect him, extend his age, so that I can see him later when he comes home with a chest full of your knowledge." She was earnestly praying for Imam Shafi'i until he shed tears. And when Imam Shafi'i was about to go to Medina, the mother let him go with motivation and hope. She assured her son that Allah will give him ease. "Go, my son," she said with teary eyes. "Allah be with you. God willing, you will be the most sparkling star in the future. Go, mother is happy to let you go. Remember that Allah is the best helper." That is a little story from Imam Shafi'i's mother that we should set an example when we send our children away in order to seek knowledge. As the Prophet Muhammad SAW said, "Whoever takes path to study knowledge, Allah will facilitate his path to heaven. Indeed, the angels spread their wings for people who study because they are pleased with what they are doing, even by the fish in the water." So, for you parents, do not be afraid nor hesitate to let your kids be schooled in pesantren. Alright, now we are going to talk about the benefits of joining pesantren. First, you get better student social life compared to other schools in general. As we all know, we live in modern world that can be scary sometimes, with maybe not as extreme as using substances or drugs, but something similar yet destructively the same like school fight can be avoided if designed into pesantren. And second, There are many things that can be attained by a general school, but only in pesantren. Many funny stories and moments that are hard to forget that can only be attained from pesantren. Sometimes waiting in line to eat or take a shower becomes a story that is hard to forget. In the Rufik alone, for example, does not offer much convenience and comfort for everyone. Just imagine a student must wake up at 3 a.m. Then they have to recite the Quran, queue for bath, queue for food, go to school, do Islamic boarding school, do and school studies, and many more. Yet, if it is late in praying or reciting the Quran, that causes it to distension. That is the inconvenience that often discourages a person from learning to live in Islamic boarding school. But this discomfort and difficulties are the best media for learning. So don't be surprised if the children from Sandran can be more mature and wise than those people who don't. To make it even more interesting, the Rufiki, as one of many pesantren spread in Indonesia, has one thoughtful program that other pesantren don't, and that is memorizing Al-Quran. Not all of the pesantren alumni have a good life, and those who do not enter the pesantren have bad life. But what is true is that pesantren life provides space for us to recognize ourselves, others, and God of nature, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. For that, it will become valuable and beautiful lifestyle if we have the opportunity to attend Islamic boarding school, especially in Darul Fikri. Friends, I think that's all my speech. I apologize if there are mistakes in my speaking. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.